Sorry, I was just pulling up chat on my phone. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a good week. Mwah. Mwah. Excuse me, sorry. So, on Sunday, I completely forgot to set up the schedule. So I guess for now, for the next week, our Tuesday game is going to be Monster Hunter. So we need a new Monday game. We need a new Monday game. So let me start a poll in the Discord again. So Monster Hunter won the last poll. So hi, Ami. Mwah. How you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? Good to see you. I'm doing pretty good. We'll just do a poll of the duration of 3 days. Sure, that's what it'll end on Saturday. I'm good. See what else can we put on the poll? Oh, Sonic Mania. Could do that. Is there any others? Yeah, we'll do those three. But it's good to see you, Ami. Congrats on getting first. Is that a streak? Who got first yesterday? It was Thorn. Thorn got first yesterday. So, yesterday, Ari gifted me a Steam key for Monster Hunter Rise, the whole thing, complete edition or whatever, and a Windows 10 Home activation key, because I was like, oh, my computer I got my computer 3 years ago, and it's had activate Windows, go to settings to activate Windows in the corner the whole time. Yeah, I'm not on an illegitimate version of Windows because I get the monthly updates and they send me ads through the Windows notifications for Xbox games. So it's not an illegitimate version of Windows 10. So today, after I ate lunch, I go to use the activation key. This caused me some anxiety today, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. And I mean, Windows 10 support ends on the 14th, so does it really matter? I don't know. But I go to the settings to find it, and it says that Windows has not been activated because they're unable to reach the activation servers. And that gives me an error code. And like, okay. And there's no option to be like put in code. On the bottom of the thing of that page, it says change product key. So I'm pretty sure they put in the product key when I bought my computer 3 years ago, and something happened, and it just never activated because I get updates and things of that nature. Um, so I did some googling, be like, okay, what is going on here? Do I just need to like, because the error code I get means that they can't reach the servers. So it says to check, make sure you're connected to the internet, and then make sure your date and time are all correct. And as far as I know, they are. It's 7:38 p.m. on October 1st, 2025. So the other thing that could be happening is that it's unable to detect like a license on the machine or whatever. I don't know if that's the case. There's a troubleshoot button. I didn't press it because I don't trust myself to fix it, to make no mistakes while trying to figure this out. So I called my dad because my dad knows more about computers than I do. So we're going to look at it after stream tonight when he gets home. But yeah, it's really weird. Apparently, to fix it, you can go into your drivers and you have to. Oh, so Google. So it's either like your firewall or VPN. Yeah, it should be fine. Like nothing. I've been using my computer for 3 years with Windows not activated, and I'm still here. So, um, all that's meant for my experience using my computer really is that I just can't customize my wallpaper. That's it. I don't know. Um, but an issue of that, because when I go to do the monthly cumulative updates, when my computer says, "Hey, you need to restart to do this update," like, okay, I click the little update button in the taskbar, and then it always says in big red letters on that page that it pulls up in settings, "Your PC does not meet the minimum requirements for Windows 11. You click here to go to the PC health check," and I never do because I'm like, well, all right then. No custom wallpaper. That's sad. Well, they added a feature now for free. Like you can use it even if you don't have your Windows activated. Your wallpaper will cycle through like every couple hours. Your wallpaper will change to like a stock image that someone at Microsoft took or they got the license to. So right now my wallpaper is a lion. Sometimes I'll just be staring at a window, like OBS or a game for hours, and when we stream, and then I'll close it, and then there will be like puffins or goats staring at me. I'm like, oh, hello. Hello. You have some Hololive wallpapers? Nice, nice. Welcome back from the ad break, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you, thank you. Mwah. Mwah. So, anyway, so issue could be that, because this same error code also pops up for people that try to log into the Microsoft store sometimes. I checked. I'm logged into the Microsoft store because Coffee gifted me Minecraft earlier this year. So I've used it. That's how you enter the world of YouTubing. I think that's most of us, at least that fell down the rabbit hole in 2020 during the pandemic and stuff. So issue could be that it's just like some weird like Microsoft account stuff when you like swap accounts or change your password. I don't know. Excuse me. Could be before that. Oh my goodness, you got in early, huh? um, could be your VPN or firewall blocking the connection to the activation servers. I don't have either of those. I have Windows the native firewall, and that yells at me plenty. Um, Not that I do much that would warrant it yelling at me anyway. Um, but it yells at me when I when I go to update games on Steam and stuff, and when Steam updates itself. Um, it's probably not that unless Windows' own firewall is blocking the connection to it. So it's probably not that. Another thing could be that drivers are out of date or the drivers are bugged. So you go in and you uninstall some drivers, unclick some check boxes, and then push a button and then restart your PC, and then it works. But the activation page does have a troubleshoot button. So hopefully when I click it later tonight, it'll tell me and my dad what's going on. So there's a pretty decent chance that it's like my computer, they put in the product key and it worked, right? And then something happened when I got it, and it's just always said activate Windows in the corner. For 3 years since I've had it. um, yeah, so I don't know. We'll find out. Not that it's like I'm only like really wanting to figure this out because maybe that's why when I do updates, the monthly cumulative updates for on my computer, it says you don't meet the minimum requirements because my Windows isn't activated. So that could be why. That could be why. So I don't know, or I don't have enough RAM. I don't know. I think I have 18. It's either because my PC's a prefab I bought 3 years ago from a company I got YouTube ads for that I haven't heard anything about since. So I don't know if they're still around. I believe it was light gaming PCs, or maybe I'm remembering that name from some controversy I watched on YouTube. I don't know. The PC works. It's worked for 3 years. My PC says the Windows was installed on May 21st, 2022. So, yeah. The PC works. I believe when I bought my computer, it was $3,000. $3,000. That's the most money I've spent on anything in my life. And at that point and since then. A big chunk of that, CyberPower PC, I see. A big chunk of that cost was my 3080, which was $800, I think, in the prefab. Because I bought it after I quit Walmart, so I basically just used my last paycheck from Walmart to buy the PC. Because I want all the good stuff, so I got the 3080 because it was available. Yeah, so a big chunk of it was the 3080 itself. So I have at least like 16 gigabytes of RAM, at least 16 for 1020 during Black Friday. Nice. I bought mine in the middle of the year. And the selecting parts thing, it's like, okay, pick your operating system you want. You could pick Mac and Windows 10 and maybe Linux. I would have picked Windows 11, or maybe it was an option. I picked Windows 10. I don't remember, but uh, I'm pretty sure Windows 11 wasn't an option. So I picked Windows 10 because of the. I grew up with Windows. I used it at school. It's what my dad used on our computers when I was little, so I just grew up with it. So that's what I picked. I know Windows 11 supposedly is like garbo and sucks, and evidently so. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Hi, Ari. It's 7:48 p.m. I went to bed. I went to bed. How you doing, Ari? Mwah. Sorry, that was louder. Peek the mic. I'm streaming, and then my dad's coming me with my PC after a stream. Cause you're 2 hours ahead of me. It's almost 11 for you, Ami. Oh boy. Um, how come you didn't yell at me to go to bed last night? It's 7:49 p.m. over here. I'm on Mountain Time. I went to do it, Ari, after I ate lunch, and the page. So let me pull it up because I want to make sure I'm saying it right. So I go to activation. I go to activation. And it says my edition is Windows 10 Home. Activation, it says Windows is not activated. And then in a red text, it says we can't reach our activation servers right now. Make sure you connect to the internet, wait a few minutes, and try again. It gives me an error code. And then it gives me a troubleshoot button. I have not tried it yet. And then it says on the bottom, it says change product key. So that makes it sound like I already have a product key entered and it just can't connect to the activation servers. So, yeah, I'm on a genuine copy of Windows. I get it with the monthly updates, and they do like the whole screen advertisements on boot up like once a week. It's annoying, telling me to buy a laptop. Oh, did I give a shout out to Ame? Did I do that? Or was it, or is that Muck? I don't know. I don't remember typing that. Muck is I see Muck in chat, so it might have been Muck. um, the computer? No, it's fine. I looked up the code, and it's fixable. It's fixable. It's happened before. Get the big sledgehammer. So I called my dad this afternoon and talked to him about it, and he's gonna help me look at it after stream tonight when he gets home. Um, like my PC I've had no problems. There's the going nothing like you know the only problems I've had with my computer not having Windows activated is that I can't change my wallpaper to something I like, right? Um, so it says change product key in the bottom here. So I feel like I have a product key installed or already. So I checked. I looked at all these buttons here and the side here, all these other things. Up my about PC or whatever. Um, I'll do it when I'll look at it when my dad gets home. I don't want to do anything without my dad here. Um, so, uh, what was I saying? Yeah. So I checked. Windows was installed on my device on May 21st, 2022, when they built my PC. So uh, I think something they put in the product key, right, and then something happened. um, to where something's blocking my connection to the activation servers, because I get updates and stuff, and they send me Xbox game ads through the Windows notifications. So obviously, it's legitimate. Um, so there's a couple. I did some research this afternoon. It's like, what is this? Because I'm connected to the internet, so um, I'm connected via Ethernet cable. So I did some research. It could be because the same error code comes up for people when they try to log into the Microsoft Store on PC to download and update apps and things. Excuse me. And there's fixes for it. There's fixes for this error code. Excuse me, goodness gracious. It could be that it's being blocked by a VPN, or a VPN or a firewall's getting in the way. I don't think it's that. I don't have a VPN. Hi, Crid. Mwah. How you doing, sweetheart? How you doing? Good to see you. But please go follow Ari. Ari is very sweet. She carried us in Monster Hunter last night. We fought Nomiel. Very pretty elder dragon. But yeah, go follow Ari. Another fix, apparently, is you go into your driver settings, or you have to uninstall a couple drivers, unclick a couple check boxes in a menu, and then click check for changes on hard drive or whatever, and then reboot your PC, and then it'll work. If that doesn't work, then you have to go into your BIOS and type some code and clear a cache or something. So that's what I found. That's what I found. So yeah. Everyone across the forest, we like maple syrup. Well, you're nice to me, Ari. Your favorite elder? Your fellow elder dragon? You haven't played a Monster Hunter game? They're fun. They're fun, Ami. They're fun. I've played 3 Ultimate on my 3DS, and then World, and the Stories games. And then the Rise demo on Steam. I played that. But World's very good. It's a complete package at this point. It came out in 2017, 2018. But, yeah. How you doing, Crid? Hope you're doing alright. Hope you're having a good week. And you want a good boy? You got it. You got it, dude. But hopefully, all that I need to do is click the troubleshoot button in the menu, and then me and my dad don't have to do anything else. It'll tell us what the issue is, maybe. We'll find out. Because it's possible that Windows is telling me my PC doesn't meet the minimum requirements for Windows 11 because it's not activated. I'm not doing that, Ari. I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? So, and then I don't have to spend a bunch of money on other computer parts. Because I don't want to do that. Hey, Mark, how you doing, dear? Hope you're having a good week. I'm not even. I'm staring at Sucrose right now. I'm lurking in Sucrose's stream. I'm not even staring at Discord. Okay.
Red, thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Spending time with me on the streams. Thank you, thank you. It's always good to see you, Grid. Always good to see you. Grid, you've worked very, very hard this week. I'm very, very proud of you.
Excuse me, sorry.
You're a very, very good boy, Grid. Good boy. I'm not doing that, Harry. I'm not doing that at all. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, good boy. Good boy. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, 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 good boy. Good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy.
I'm not doing anything. You're just picking on me.
Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good. Thank you for being who you are and doing what you do. I think things are on a better place, in my humble opinion, anyway.
Good boy, good boy. Such a good boy, yes you are. Very, very good boy. Such a good boy, yes you are. Yes you are such a good boy. Good boy, great good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Very, very good boy, yes you are. Yes you are such a good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. Good boy, great good boy. Such a good boy, yes you are. Look at you, such a good boy. Mwah, 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 mwah. You're welcome, Crid. Hopefully that was alright for you. Thank you for the redeem, dear. Thank you. Hope you get some good sleeps. Hope I don't keep you up or anything. But how are you, Mac? How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, because this is change product key, not enter product key. So, I imagine I inputted a product key. Hi, Julian. you doing? Thank you for being here, dear. Thank you. Even if I put the new key in it, they can't connect to the verification server, or activation server, so I don't think it would even matter. Thank you for the look, man. Thank you, sweetheart. You doing okay? That's good to hear, Julian. It's good to hear. Mwah, mwah. Did you guys have something yummy today? We had some beef rice-a-roni and roasted green beans today. A computer. Excuse me, sorry. Hey Toto, thank you for being here, sir. Thank you. How you doing? Thank you for the water. The brand, I see. Also, there's been a couple new seasonal animes on Crunchyroll past 2 days. Yeah. Well, I guess there's been 3 we haven't talked about, or 4? No, 3. So, we got another generic isekai thing in A Gatherer's Adventure in Isekai. That's literally the title. Um, I don't know. It's just your run of the mill, like, breakfast toast anime. It's just there. And sometimes it hits the spot. Other times you only eat it because you're sick and you can't keep anything else down. It's okay. It's not anything remarkable. Not right now, anyway. Um, the one so it's about this office worker guy that dies on his couch after he gets home from work, and then the god of the solar system is like, "Hey, man, I'm gonna send you to this planet because I'm watching over this planet." Um, but it's weird, and civilizations keep dying all the time at irregular intervals. So I throw little droplets of water at it to make it ripple, metaphorically. So I'm going to send you there, and I'm going to write down this whole list of stuff that powers you get. And he went overboard. And then he's like, "Is there any powers you want?" He's, "I want a cute partner." He's like, "Okay, sure." Obviously, the main character is thinking of a cute wizard girl or whatever, right? Instead, his cute partner is a baby dragon, so, who is apparently stinky, and that's yeah. So it's something to watch for sure. it it's something to watch. Um, One I really liked, I think it aired yesterday. We got it yesterday. Is Yano Kun's Ordinary Days. It's actually a really pleasant anime to look at. Um, it's like a slice of life romance thing where like the main heroine, um, she like um, she carries her, so like it's it's a romance thing, slice of life romance thing. But Yano Kun, he's incredibly unlucky and clumsy, so he gets hurt all the time, and he wears an eye patch in every episode. So I guess it's just implied that he's missing that eye, or something really bad happened to the eye. So the gimmick is that he gets hurt all the time, and this girl who is voted class president because she's dependable, um, and she carries around a uh, first aid kit to help her younger siblings when they get a boo boo or something, right? So it was kind of uh, it was refreshing. Uh, she realized she had a crush on Yano Kun in the first episode, so that'll be interesting. It seems very cute. I'm excited for it. It's very sweet. So, because she keeps thinking about him all day, every day, even after school, and when she's trying to go to sleep, because she's worried about him getting hurt. And then her friend's like, "Oh, that sounds like you have a crush on him." And then she's like, "Oh, I do." And then she wants to become closer friends with him, but um, so she does all these, comes up with these plans to get closer to him. Like her and her friend to bake cookies, and they're gonna like uh, they have this plan where uh, they're going to get Yano Kun to eat the cookies, and they're gonna get closer to him that way. And then she gets to the classroom, and she's sitting there thinking, and then her friend runs up like, "It's bad news! All the cookies are gone." um, and then she's like, "Oh man, Yano Kun didn't even get one." And then so there's a montage of her trying all these plans to get closer to him, and then he just gets hurt every time because of his clumsy disposition. He's just unlucky. And then so she starts sulking on like the stairs at the school, and then he goes and finds her, and then they have a nice little heart little thing. It's very cute, very cute. And she's like, I want to be closer friends with you." And he's like, "Okay." And he's Yano Kun is also very cute. He's very sweet. Um, he's like, "Thanks. No one's ever said that to me before." So she's like, "Well, I carry around this um, first aid kit, so whenever you get hurt, I'll patch you up because I'm really good at it." And so, yeah, it's very sweet. If you have Crunchyroll, go watch it. If you haven't yet, uh, yeah, it came out yesterday. It's very cute. And then the other one released today. It's called Let's Play. It's like a office drama romance thing. Um, but the main character, she made a video game. She made a video game all by herself, and then it was getting good reviews. It had like an 8.4, and then this YouTuber that she watches a lot that plays the games tore the game apart because he didn't read the tutorial. And then he moves in next to her into her apartment building. So it's like office romance dramas stuff. So I don't know. It's animated actually really nice. Its animation's really pretty. The OP was cool. The opening was really nice. At least the animation of it. They pay to watch. Is it true? I don't know. I pay for a Crunchyroll because I got too impatient waiting a week. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that. The only news I heard today was that they raised the price of like the highest tier of Xbox Game Pass from $20 to $30, and then the other two tiers went up like $3 or $4. So, but I don't know. I don't know if Crunchyroll is gonna do that. Because I know they have the wait a week and stuff. You put cancel your Xbox stuff and put it in a Crunchyroll, right? Um, and I think $30 for Game Pass a month is probably worth it for some people if you play a lot of like AAA games, right? That are probably going to go to Game Pass. Like sure, if you're gonna play the Call of Duty and all these other AAA games coming out this month uh, that are releasing on Xbox, sure. Um, but like I don't know, man. For $30, there's the Steam Autumn sales happening right now. For $30, I could get like 5 or 6 games off my Steam wish list right now. Um, so yeah, yeah. So those are the simulcasts, the new simulcasts that are out so far. Only 5 of them. Um, so far, I'd say I like 2 of these pretty well enough. I like the A Wild Last Boss Appeared and Yano-kun's Ordinary Days. I like those two a lot. The Fated Magical Princess Who Made Me a Princess. It's like a. I can't believe it's not isekai in that there's been like this recent, over the course of like the last 2 years, there's been a huge jump in the amount of anime isekai that are like, oh, I got reincarnated as the villainess in a visual novel or a light novel, and I need to figure out how to live or and not die at the end. So it's one of those, but isn't an isekai. It just gets like memory blasts of like prophecies. And it's because I'm going to sail. No, no worries, Julie. No worries. Just Steam, right? You don't see the worth, but if you have the time and want them, the AAA's, it's a decent price. Yeah, I mean, especially because they're like what $70. The vending machine isekai. The second season of that, it's probably done now. I watched the whole first season and I was like, oh, this is surprisingly decent. And then I started watching I watched like the first minute of the second season's first episode. And I was like, what is even happening here? And then I closed it. I was like, this, nope. Nope. Hi, Ninetail. Mwah. Happy Spooky Month. I don't have plans for Spooky Month this year. Oh, if you're in the Discord, I posted another poll about what game we play on Mondays now. So go vote on that if you want. There's 3 options. Hold on. It's in the general chat. Your options are Gurumin, A Monstrous Adventure. It's a PSP game that got ported to Steam years ago. It was on my Steam wish list for years. I bought it last year for the 12-hour streams in December when we hit 800. Or is that 700? It might have been 700. Oh my goodness. And then we played Hypnagogia. I bought it, Hypnagogia, and Yowlings at the same time because I was like, oh, I'll play all 3. And then Hypnagogia ate up like 2 whole days of the 12-hour streams. um, so we didn't get to Gurdermin. But Gurdermin, a Monstrous Adventure, is one of the options. It's like a little 3D adventure game. I don't actually remember what it is. I just know there's monsters in it, and you make friends with the monsters. I think there's rhythm elements. Um, and then second option is Yowling's Mythical Journey. It's either a Mythical Journey or just Mythical Journey. We've played it a couple times on stream. It's another creature collector, but the battles are like idle battles, like an idle battler. You just put your guys in a row on your side of the field, and then push go, and then they run towards the enemies. And then you have a couple like talismans you can use during the battles to like make fireballs or something, and to catch other Yowlings. And there's like a city building element, I think. Maybe we never got very far. Uh, but the creature designs in Yellings are all very cute. It's like a 2.5D style game, like Beastie Ball. Actually, very similar to Beastie Ball, but it's more softer shapes, and there's no like harsh lines. Too many, like no like harsh black outlines on things. It's very cute. And then the third option, I remembered I have it, is Sonic Mania. Because Sucrose gifted me Sonic Mania last year. Because Barry wanted. Barry was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do Green Hill Zone 1-1 or the first level of Sonic Mania 100 times for Sonic's birthday." And I was like, "Oh, I can do that because I have the Sega Classics collection." But nope, that's not on there. And then Sucrose gifted me Sonic Mania. I was like, and then I was excited, and then I got like super sick because my brother went up to the mountains with his friends, and one of them had just recently got home from like a vacation, and they were sick. But my brother went anyway, and then he came home, and they got all of us sick, and I had a cough for like a month. It was like this terrible, like, it was a sick that was like all in one, but the symptoms came in like 2 or 3 day phases. So I would have a sore throat and like chills, and then a couple days later I would just have like a stupidly stuffy nose and a cough, and then another day I would have chills for like a couple hours. And the you know it sucked. It was not fun. But we did that. So uh, I've played Sonic Mania for a couple hours, but I only played the first level 100 times. So actually, I don't know if I finished. No, I did finish the 100 runs. I think we finished them on stream, or I did them the next day. I don't remember. But hi, CJ. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. How are you, sweetheart? Mwah. Excuse me. Sorry. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, good girl, Ninetale. Let's get you your good girl. Sorry, those are my fingers.
Ninetale. Ninetale. Thank you for being here. Thank you for lurking and chatting. Mwah. Good girl, Ninetale. Good girl. Good girl, Ninetale. Good girl. Such a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Look at you. Very, very good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Good girl, Ninetale. Good girl. Very, very, very good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are such a good girl. Good girl, Ninetale. Good girl. Good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl, good girl. Mwah, 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 mwah.
There you go, Ninetale. Hopefully that was right for you. Thank you for the redeem, sweetheart. Thank you. But how are you, CJ? Hope you're doing alright, dear. I'm doing okay. Having some Windows troubles. I went to input the Windows 10 home activation key that Eric sent me, and it says that they are unable to reach the activation servers at this time, and that gives me an error code. So, I have an option to change product key. So, context clues, at least to me, that means there's already been a product key inputted, but for whatever reason, my PC couldn't connect to the activation servers. And I bought my computer 3 years ago, and it's said activate Windows in the corner ever since I've had it. All that's really meant for me using it is that I just can't change my wallpaper. In with what I use my computer for, just for streaming and games and stuff. So, I'm hoping that's the reason why my PC tells me I don't meet the minimum requirements for Windows 11, in that my PC, it's just Windows isn't activated right now. That could be why. Or it's a hardware reason. We'll find out tonight. My dad's gonna look at it with me, see if we can't figure it out. And then need to figure out if it's not because Windows isn't activated that I don't meet the minimum requirements for Windows 11. Then I need to figure out what I need to do to hit that. Scratches and kisses for head pants. Okay, Julian. Might be easier if I just hold the microphone. Let's see. Is that working for you, Julian? Is that okay for you? Is that what you were looking for? There you go, Julian. Thank you for the trigger request redeemed, sweetheart. Thank you. Oh, just heads up, we have an ad break in about 3 minutes. Just heads up. It's been an hour already? What the? Okay. Excuse me, sorry. But I'm hoping I don't need to spend a lot of new computer parts. And I just need like more RAM or something. Bigger RAM sticks. I don't know. Because Digimon releases in a couple of weeks. And then the new Katamari game releases this week too. And I would like to play those, but we'll see because I don't know what's gonna go on, what's gonna happen with my computer in the next couple weeks. If I need to order some parts or what. So YouTube has this thing that pops up on their homepage at least on desktop. It's like ask for anything, any new videos in any way you like, and then it gives you like prompts to click on. It's like their AI tool or whatever. Because I guess because even they know that YouTube search is so broken, or they're just trying to shoehorning AI in everywhere they can. Windows and PC work good. Uh, well, we'll figure it out because it's just that they can't connect to the activation servers, and that's fixable in some ways. So I don't know. Maybe the troubleshooting itself that Windows will do on its own. We'll figure it out. We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, did you guys hear that EA got bought out for like $55 bajillion by a private equity firm? I don't know if it's technically a private equity firm, but that's what it feels like. Um, so wonder it's gonna go because from what I've seen, when a company is doing rough and then they get bought out by private equity, they just get loaded with billions in debt, and then they're liquidated. They're carved up, and then the pieces sold off for pennies. Um, so, and like I don't think EA was doing that bad, but maybe they just really wanted $55 billion. Maybe they did. I don't know. I mean, the last EA game I played was the Mass Effect Legendary Collection edition or whatever it's called, the remaster of all three, or the remaster of the first one anyway. At least I don't know if I don't actually remember if it remasters all three. Oh yeah, my sister. So she started. She went back to, or she's going to school for computer stuff, and I guess the professor or whoever was like, "Yeah, Mac's better for the stuff we're doing." So my sister bought a Mac, and she hates it. she's she's returning it. Um, Apparently on Mac you have to pay to use widgets on your device. Like you have to pay $40 or like $2.99 a month to use like shortcuts on your desktop. Like that's crazy. So she's returning her Macintosh, her Mac she bought. Um, they're picking it up tomorrow, I guess. I've never like used a Macintosh. My dad used to have these Macintoshes that were like just the monitor. Those were cool, but uh, yeah. Yeah. So she's returning it. Oops, sorry. That wasn't too loud. The only online product Apple you have is the iPod, and it's already a pain. Change it for a better one. Yeah. Uh, there was a when I was in junior high, the first time, only time since that I've held an Apple product besides maybe a mouse, um, like a computer mouse. uh, I was walking home from school in like junior high, and I found a beat up iPhone in like the gutter on the street, or maybe it was the sidewalk. Um, and like the top of the screen was all like smashed and missing. I don't know if I still have it. If I do, I don't know where it is. Um, but uh, yeah, I found the iPhone on the street, and one of my friends in school was an Apple guy, at least iPhone, and I was like, what is this?" Like, "Oh, it's garbage," which it probably is. Uh, I don't think it even turned on, but uh, yeah. Free things, yeah. I found that the surprising, no, maybe not surprising amount of stuff, but I found some stuff in the gutter walking home from places. I was walking home from uh, weekly Boy Scout meeting. Maybe it was Cub Scouts. I found a bouncy ball in the gutter, and it had like eyes on it. It had eyes painted on it. So, in but they weren't the same shape. One it looked like they were both half lidded, but on opposite sides. One on the top, one on the bottom. So, if it was rotated in one direction, it looked angry, and the other side it looked surprised. I thought that was really neat, so I took it home. And then my first ever, well, not my first ever Yu-Gi-Oh cards. My first Yu-Gi-Oh card was Zone Eater from a McDonald's Happy Meal. But I found a fistful of Yu-Gi-Oh cards across the street in the gutter one winter when I was younger. Um, and in there was a ancient paladin or whatever it's called, the fusion monster, the dark magician fusion monster. It's really beat up. I have it in a top loader. It's very beat up. It's got a giant crease through the center, across the middle, and the ink is like chipping away on the border, so you can see the exposed foiling. But it's just cool. Um, yeah, I found some stuff in the gutter before. Dumpster dive. So much stuff thrown away. Yeah. When I was in junior high, we were walking. So in junior high, I would walk home to my cousin's house with my cousin every day, most days. And then we would hang out for a couple hours, and then I would go home. Um, there's a there was a dumpster on the way there, and somebody had dumped like a bunch of stuff in there. Probably, so I was like, oh, and I saw some Hot Wheel cars in there. It's like, oh, this is kind of cool. So I tried to get one, and it just I couldn't reach it. And I pulled out a big plastic dinosaur, and then my cousin's mom, my aunt, drove by because we were taking so long. We were there for maybe 30 minutes. Trying to get this Hot Wheel. I was trying to get this Hot Wheel. My cousin was like, "Let's just go, let's go," and then my aunt drove by because she was coming to look for us, I think, or go somewhere. It's like, what are you guys doing? Stop digging in there. They probably threw all that in there because somebody got lice. It's like, oh, okay. But I got a big plastic, not dinosaur. It was a the Metrodon. It was missing a couple toes. And there was a guy on YouTube I was watching when I was younger that would like dumpster dive behind like a GameStop, and then he would find all this cool stuff, and then it turns out he was like into like some some uh, you know doesn't like queer people or something. I don't know. He's um yeah. So I I some days I'm like, I almost fell down that rabbit hole, didn't I? Because I watched guys play claw machines to get cute plushies, and then guys dumpster diving behind GameStops, and then they almost went down a rabbit hole. Um, and then I got out because I watched their videos. Well, their news videos of them just complaining about women being in Marvel movies and things. And then I was like, why am I watching? I'm not happy. And then I stopped watching their stuff, and I'm like, I'm way happier now. So, yeah. When you worked at a junkyard, we found so much stuff. Yeah, I imagine. Every spring, my my Mormon local congregation, does spring cleaning stuff. So they do like a neighborhood cleanup, or they're like, put your stuff out on the curb and we'll throw it out, except heavy things. Um, so it's mostly like green waste, like tree trimmings and things, and then sometimes you find big sheets of chunks of metal, and you take it to the dump, and then uh, they give you money for it if it's the right kind of metal. Excuse me. Sorry, goodness gracious. Um, yeah. Moving a washing machine is not fun. It's not fun, guys. I don't recommend it. Oh, uh, so last Saturday, me and my dad helped uh, some extended family and my grandma and stuff help my grandaunt clean out one of the rooms in his house. Uh, and because they have a ton of stuff. Um, and the room was not very large. It was maybe like in like a big house, it would be a walk-in pantry size, but it is more like a little bedroom or like study kind of size. It was like a, I don't know how to explain it. It was like maybe two bathrooms stuck together. It was not a big room, but it looked even smaller with a bunch of stuff in it. And there was a bunch of books and movies because my granduncle, collects movies and books and things. So he's got a bunch of DVDs and VHSs and things and novels. You can go to sleep, okay, Julian? Mwah. Good night, sweetheart. Hope to relax. I hope I didn't keep you up or anything. But good night, sweetheart. Thank you for spending time with me tonight. I appreciate it. He is cool, but um, he just has a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of stuff, if you know what I mean. Um, like the room wasn't even like you could get like a foot into the room, and then yeah. Um, so we're cleaning it out. Next to the door is a little bookshelf full of VHSs, and on top of it there's a little Game and Watch. There's a Game and Watch device. Uh, Trouble sleeping again? Well, good night, Julian. Mwah. There's always the VODs to watch too if you need those on YouTube. But yeah, there's a little Game and Watch device on the bookshelf with a bunch of VHSs on it. So I was like, oh, it's a Game and Watch, and this thing is like practically spotless. There's a couple smudges on like the face on like the sticker. Does he have a TMNT Blue Line VHS? I don't think so. They have a bunch of like old Disney tapes and stuff. Like it was so much. Like I could not tell you if he has anything. Um, but it's like this spotless little Game and Watch device, and it has Mickey Mouse's face on it. It's a Game and Watch device from Disneyland, I guess. Um, and I don't know if it stars Mickey Mouse or Mr. Game and Watch. But it's it's just like the old one with like it uses the black lighting and stuff, like a calculator. Um, and there's chickens on the side, so I'm guessing you have to go side to side to catch eggs that the chickens lay. Um, but it's got Disney branding on it, and the back says it was made in Japan, and the copyright is 1981, I think. So I don't know if it's worth anything, but we took it home. Because one of my cousins was there, because he has a truck, and um, he was looking at it. He's like, "Oh, I don't want it." And I was like, "Well, it's been sitting there forever, so the batteries could have just been like exploded." And my dad was like, "I'll take it if you guys don't want it." So my dad put it in his pocket. Um, and then a couple of days ago, I opened the battery compartment. The batteries are like these fat C batteries. I don't know if they're fat or the batteries have just ballooned. They've definitely expanded over the years. Um, but there was no corrosion in it at all, um, which I don't know if that's like normal for Game & Watch devices because they don't passively. I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know if the batteries have been changed like recently in terms of years or anything. But yeah, it's cool. So we just need to get some C batteries. I don't actually. Let me look it up. Game & Watch. It's the. Let's see. Okay, this person's selling it for 50 on eBay. That one's 160. Oh my goodness. Okay. But the prices vary wildly here. It's a multi-screen. That was $100. And it's 22% off. I don't know if it's the widescreen one or not. It's the only one I'm seeing, though. Okay, well, if we can get it working. Because my dad took home a bunch of comic books. And I was like, what are you going to do with those? Read them? It's like, no, I'm going to sell them. It's like, oh, how you going to do that? So I guess I'm making an eBay account. So, cool. I think they're still sitting in his car. I don't know if he's brought them in the house. But like, so I'm curious why some of these are selling for like over $100, and then some are selling for $50 and $80. Yeah, 1981 widescreen. Is the Japanese version rarer? Is that why? I don't know. But I guess there was just one Mickey Mouse Game & Watch. I guess there's a couple. There's a panorama one. Oh, there's researched with AI here on the top. Okay, there are two versions of the Mickey Mouse Game & Watch. The widescreen released in 1981. That's the one we have. And the panorama released in 1984. Hi, Clips. How you doing, sweetheart? Mwah. Oh, no, that doesn't look good. A dead email with rain. The widescreen version has Mickey catching eggs, while the panorama version features Mickey juggling. Collectors often seek the panorama version because of its rarity. Vintage Game & Watch devices like these have increased in value in recent years. You can also find remakes of classic Nintendo games featuring Mickey Mouse on modern platforms. Okay. Thank you, AI Google. That I don't know if I can turn you off, but sure. And then there's a multi-screen version with Donald and Mickey on it, with a different game that was also released in 1981. Okay. So I don't know why the same Game & Watch, the Mickey Mouse Game & Watch sells for $165, and then right next to it is a listing for the same thing for $85. Your start of your therapy are rescheduled the next week? Oh no. Mwah, mwah. But I helped them clean up the living room a couple months ago, before my grandaunt passed away, because we needed to clean out our sitting room so she would have somewhere to sit besides her bed. And they had a fushigi in box. You guys know what fushigi is? Were you guys 2000s kids on public television? If you don't know, the fushigi is a clear acrylic ball that you do hand tricks with. It's the kind of thing that David Bowie did in the Labyrinth with those glass balls. Wait, yeah, that sounds really rough, Clip. So sorry. You yeah, you hype yourself up, and then you gotta wait. That's exhausting. It's just exhausting. Mwah, mwah. But it's good to see you, Clips. Good to see you. But fushigi is was like a it's a sold as seen on TV product, and it was like the fushigi balls for novices, right? And it was affordable, and like this was already a hobby previous to the fushigi existing, because David Bowie does it in the Labyrinth. Well, technically, I don't know if he does them. He doesn't do the ball tricks in every scene. The scene where he's talking to the girl in her bedroom, and he's like doing the wavy trick with his hands. There's a guy behind him wearing the gloves, like the costume gloves, sticking his arms under David Bowie's armpits, and then doing the trick. But he can't see his hands, so he's just like, uh, he's just doing improv fushigi tricks in the scenes. I don't know if the scene of David Bowie sitting in the window, spinning the balls in his palm. I don't know if that's David Bowie doing that, or if they cut the guy's hand in there or something. But fushigi is like hated in the like. I don't know if the ball itself is just called fushigi. I don't remember what the art's called. Fushigi ball. Yeah, Fushigi magic gravity ball. But yeah. Oh, it's called contact juggling. That's right. Contact juggling. So Fushigi was supposed to be like it came with a book, the Labyrinth, or the Fushigi, because mine didn't come with a book that I got from my grand uncle. It comes with the DVD of tricks. I think I threw the DVD away because I didn't care. I'm pretty sure that video's on YouTube or whatever. Uh, and let's see, is there? Oh, there's a section about Fushigi in the contact juggling Wikipedia article. It was there. If you order now, we include type thing. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Sorry, Teto. And I've tried to do tricks. The thing is heavy. Like, the instructions say not to do it over like a table or a hardwood floor or tile floor, because if it falls, if you drop it, and you need to wear shoes because the thing is heavy. Like it goes tunk tunk, it'll break your floor. But I watched a video about Fushigi a couple months ago, And then in the video, I learned that they were like prototyping the fushigi or something, and it literally caught someone's carpet on fire because it was sitting on like their desk or something, and then the sunlight coming through the window, hit it just right where it focused the light onto the carpet, and then it caught their floor on fire. I don't think it burned the house down, but they got complaints or something, and then they put in like this big uh, um, polished sphere inside. I don't know if it's aluminum or what. It's heavy. That way it reflects light instead of, focusing it. But my fushigi, the ball inside the magic gravity ball, uh, is off center, so it wobbles. It doesn't even work. Um, okay, so it has a section on fushigi. It has a section on the controversy here. The wide commercial success of the Fushigi Magic Gravity Ball in 2010 reignited the controversy within the contact juggling community. Oh, do we need to read the whole thing? Some jugglers have claimed that portions of the book Contact Juggling and any juggling performances that contain elements similar to Michael Moshin's original light performance are breaches of Moshin's intellectual property or copyright. In 1992, Michael Moshin threatened not to attend the International Jugglers Association annual conference in Quebec, Canada, where he was to be a guest of honor due to Ted Alspach's favorable review of the book Contact Juggling in the fall 1991 issue of the IJA's periodical Juggler's World. In the end, Moshin did attend the festival. The wide commercial success of the Fushigi Magic Gravity Ball in 2010 reignited the controversy within the contact juggling community. The television advertisement consisted of a montage. Yeah, Fushigi! I can hear it in my head. I can hear the lines from the commercial in my head. I played it so much, especially on Cubo. I think I saw it most on Cubo. Maybe the only place I saw it was on the Cubo block. The television advertisement consisted of a montage of contact juggling performance, the amazed reactions of audience members, suggestions that the ball appeared to float by itself, and an announcer suggesting that the ball could be quickly mastered in just minutes. Concerned about the public depiction of contact juggling being accomplished not by skill but by means of a special prop, contact jugglers quickly filled a Fushigi thread to 100 pages on contactjuggling.org. The winter 2010 edition of the IJA's periodical Juggle features a 4-page article about the, quote, the dynamic / contact / sphere play / Fushigi controversy, close quote, by Brad Weston, including an interview with the president of Zoom TV Products, the marketing firm that produced the Fushigi ball. The following issue featured a rebuttal by a professional contact juggler accusing Zoom TV Products of exploiting contact juggling to sell a deceptively marketed product. The Fushigi ball quickly fell out of production. Citation needed. Oh, man. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, like the Fushigi is not clear. They had to put a sphere inside so it didn't focus light to a point and caused fires. Or get super hot, right? So they put a ball in there, a reflective ball to reflect light out of it. And then mine is lopsided, so it doesn't even look right. Anyway, you can't master it in just minutes. I tried, and then I made really loud thuds on my desk. No, this is too much. Too much. Did you have a Fushigi tattoo? Is that what? Did you get the book? Yeah, I'll have like the Gerber baby life grow up plan, or whatever. Just randomly pop in my head. um, and then like the interstitials between shows on Cubo. Especially for Pecola. For a short time, yes. Then it got sold in a yard sale. Did you have fun with it, or did you sell it in a yard sale because you didn't like it, or was that not your decision? You didn't have a Toy Story 2 yard sale moment where uh, your Donatello action figure rode out the front door on your wiener dog and rescued your Fushigi? That didn't happen. You sucked at it. Okay, my favorite sucked on it. I was like, you sucked on your Fushigi like a jawbreaker. No, sucked at it. Okay, that makes more sense. Though maybe you were watching too much Ed, Ed, and Eddie. They still make jawbreakers. Like, do they sell those anywhere? Probably not. Probably maybe specialty shops. Jawbreakers. Oh, they're made by Ferrera. Okay. I don't know if I've ever had a jawbreaker. I suppose the candy stores on still make them. Cool. Closest thing I've ever had to a jawbreaker is like a gobstopper. I don't think they make. Do they make gobstoppers still? I liked gobstoppers when I was little. They're probably the Willy Wonka candy I ate the most of was gobstoppers. I'm pretty sure there's a gobstopper in the menu in the Sega Genesis Classics collection. I think it's sitting on a napkin next to a drink. I think. But I don't know, just thinking about it, it's kind of gross. Like, if they're big, you just have to sit there and like hold it and lick it, and then your hand's gonna get all sticky, your face is gonna get all sticky. You have to like keep it in like a bag or something. I don't know, so it doesn't get dusty. Because like when I think about eating like a ring pop, that thing, those get messy. So how messy does a jawbreaker get? My goodness. Oh, we are approaching the 2 hour mark, so if you have any trigger requests, your smooch redeems, get those in so I can get those to you. Otherwise, you'll have to wait till Friday. Oh, I don't know if anyone here follows Magic the Gathering news. um, but so this past weekend was MagicCon, and um, they announced the next year's sets and we got a bunch of new secret layers. So if you don't know, secret layers are these one-time, like, premium, limited amount card drops of, like, sometimes like mechanically unique cards, uh, and then but I think most of them are usually just like alt art reprints of some popular or needed cards. Um, and so we got like a bunch of them announced. I don't know if they've released, but we've got a Furby secret layer because, you know, Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast and they also own Furby. So why not? And they leaned into like the cursed Furby memes because um, there's the classic like blue creature, uh, the big like crab lobster creature. I can't remember what it's called. It's not Umber Hulk. Um, Lobster. What's it called? That's rock lobster. Maybe it's not a lobster. Maybe it's a crab. I think it's a crab. Anyway, I guess it's not that important. um, but they put like a Furby's face on this giant, like, hulking lobster monster, and they're reprinting. Uh, One of them is like an alt art counter spell with like Furby using like mirror force. It's kind of cool. And then we got a bunch announced for like PlayStation collabs. We're getting a God of, I think maybe a couple God of War uh, secret layers, and we're getting um, Uncharted secret layers. It basically any like popular PlayStation IP within like the last 5 years, or in recent memory. Getting a Horizon one. Um, we're even getting an Office secret layer with Dwight on a bunch of cards. But those are all reskins. I think most of them are. Um, so I don't know, man. And next year, we're getting 7 sets in 1 year, which is, I think, the most at any point ever. 3 of them are like Magic's own IP, and then 4 of them are Universe Beyond sets, so they're collab sets, right? So a couple of weeks ago, we had the Spider-Man set released to not much fanfare because that set's not very good for a multitude of reasons outside of its control. So next year, the first set releasing next year in January is Lorwyn Eclipsed. And Lorwyn is a very cool plain. So Magic's lore is like every set, or, not every set. We used to have set blocks where we would get 3 sets taking place in one setting, and that would tell an overarching story. Now we just get one set on a particular plane of existence or dimension, and then they have to stuff the story in one set, which I suppose, sure. And those have been okay. Apparently, not Pillars of Eternity. The recent space set, the set before Spider-Man released, um, Fate's Eternity. I don't remember. It's apparently really good. I haven't bought any of those cards. But apparently that set's really good, which is good to hear because Final Fantasy was really good, and we got that the space set, which is also really good. But the space set is kind of to prep us for one of the Universe Beyond sets we're getting next year. So we're getting Lorwyn, which is Magic's own IP, and the set is looking like the art's cool. After that, so we're getting like practically a set every month for the beginning of the year, and then the end of the year, the middle of the year, it's gonna slow down. We'll get a set every other month, and then we'll get the last two sets of the year, like right after each other, one October and one November. So we're getting a to be announced Nickelodeon Universes Beyond set, but all the clues are leading towards it being like a Ninja Turtles set, which I like the Ninja Turtles a lot. Okay, I think they're cool. I watched the I watched the Nickelodeon cartoon in like the 2010s. There was like 3D. I watched that one. I don't know if I finished, if I've seen all of it. It's not confirmed, but there's going to be a magic. There's going to be a panel on the 10th of October in 2012. Yeah, that one. And the 2003 CGI film. I watched that a lot actually when I was little, because it had cool monsters in it, like a gargoyle monster and stuff. We're never getting a sequel to that movie, but anyway, the Ninja Turtles are really cool, and I think the Ninja Turtles, at least for like a Nickelodeon collab, like a Nickelodeon show cartoon set, makes the most sense because you could do either like alt arts of all the iterations of the turtles, which I imagine they'll do in the collector boosters. Um, it'd be cool if we got like the original like black and white comic book iterations of them because those guys are cool looking. Um, but I think that one would be okay. That one makes the most sense anyway. And then we're getting another Marvel set. So and then the month after that, or 2 months after that, we're getting another Magic's own IP set in Strixhaven. We're going back to Strixhaven, which is like themed around like a magical school or a school for magically gifted people. And this is a sequel to that set that follows these characters through like magic college years. So I don't know. I didn't. I wasn't playing Magic when Strixhaven came out. I got 2 boxes of Phyrexia All Will Be One in 2023, and then didn't buy really any new Magic cards till in June when Final Fantasy released. When I just happened to go to my local game store the day of the set's release, and I got the Y'shtola deck, and I got a bunch of singles online. Oh, and some Assassin's Creed packs because I needed a copy of Propaganda, which I did pull, which is really nice. um, so it's looking like it's going to be Ninja Turtles because on the 10th of October, sorry, I'm backtracking, I apologize. On the 10th of October, there's going to be a panel with magic people involved with magic, and then the Nickelodeon people. And the people that are listed for like attendance for that panel are the people involved with TMNT at Nickelodeon, but it could be anything. But at this point, at this current time, it's looking like it's going to be a Ninja Turtle set. Um, and then we're getting Strixhaven. And the next month, we're getting a Marvel Superheroes set. That's the name of the set, just Marvel Superheroes. The same name as the Lego game. And we're getting like all they kind of. I feel like they're kind of blowing their load a little early here, but that also is a little reassuring because that means we're not getting like 6 different Marvel themed sets over the course of like 10 years. That's a good sign. Because in the Spider-Man set, they printed the Soul Stone as a magic card. It's a like a 2 mana rock that does some other stuff. It's really good. Um, but we only got the Soul Stone. So everybody was like, "Oh no, we're getting like 6 more Marvel sets." But this Marvel superhero set we're getting has a bunch of the Avengers in it, all of the Fantastic Four, Wolverine, maybe some other X-Men. So they're just like throwing a bunch of them in that set. Doesn't mean we're getting dedicated like Fantastic Four and Avenger sets later, but it's a good sign. So hopefully we just get the rest of the Infinity Stones in this set, that we don't have to worry about any more Marvel sets. And then we're getting Star Trek, and I'm probably forgetting one. Oh yeah, we're getting a Hobbit set because we got Lord of the Rings a couple years ago, and now we're getting a set themed around the Hobbit. So that's a chance for them to give us a reprint of the One Ring card, but that means that card would then be standard legal for 3 years. So, and that card's broken. Because when the Lord of the Rings set was printed, Universes Beyond's product, IP crossover sets, were only modern legal, modern and eternal. I think they were made for modern, which is like standard, but going back for like the rotation for modern is like 10 years or something like that. So just longer. Um, anyway, so there's a chance we get a reprint of the One Ring in some capacity. Excuse me, sorry, and some other really good cards from the Lord of the Rings set might get reprints, like Orcish Bowmasters and things. We're probably going to get a Smaug card, which would be cool because dragon cards are always cool. And then we're getting a Star Trek set. So the space set from a couple months ago was to prep us in the game's mechanics for legendary vehicle cards, because we're probably going to get a card for every major ship from every Star Trek show. Maybe, I don't know. We don't know much about this set at this point. They only showed us key art in a slideshow. And then we're getting one more Magic IP set that they only told us is going to be themed around a villain that no one expects. So I don't know, but it's called a reality clash or bend. Reality Crash. I think it's called Reality Crash. So it's likely we're going to get like alternate timeline versions of popular Magic the Gathering characters, like timey-wimey, spacey-wacy stuff is going to happen in the set. We'll see. But we don't know much about that. Yeah, so a turtle set could be cool. It could be very cool. Just know, Teto, the Magic sets that are IP crossovers, those packs and things are sold at a markup. They're like $7 per pack instead of the 5 or 6, at least at release. So it won't be cheap if you buy a booster box or anything. But I don't know. It could be very cool if it is a TMNT set. If it's not, could just be a bunch of Nickelodeon IP smashed together, which, they've done multiple times before. But if it's a TMNT set, there's some potential that they could tell, because the Spider-Man set sucks. Overall, it's not great. Because the Spider-Man set was in development like 2 or 3 years, like at least 2 years ago. And then after Phyrexia All Will Be One, they released epilogue boosters called the Phyrexia Aftermath or whatever. It's a smaller set, and it's only like 9 or 5 cards per pack that sell for less than a regular booster pack. And Aftermath flopped really hard, like so hard. And there's a lot of like not great stuff that happened in that set. There was a YouTuber that does Magic content, and he ordered a like booster bundle of Phyrexia All Will Be One, and then he received a booster bundle for Aftermath, but this is like a month or a couple weeks before the set released. So he got the product early, opened it, and posted a YouTube video, and then Hasbro sent the Pinkertons after him. The bad guys from Red Dead 2, for some reason, which is just terrible. Like, I don't know why you do that. So the set didn't really work. Well, the set flopped. And then they did an Assassin's Creed set that is in the style of the Aftermath booster, the epilogue boosters. It's smaller set with like, I think it's 9 cards per pack. Could be, or maybe 7. I don't remember. And I don't think Assassin's Creed flopped as hard as Aftermath did. But Aftermath flopped, and then Assassin's Creed released and didn't do amazing. While they were making the Spider-Man set, and Spider-Man was going to be a smaller, straight to modern set instead of going into standard, which is like the main, standard is like the rotating block, like the way you play Pokemon. You have a rotating block of sets over like the course of like 2 years or whatever it is in Pokemon. It's like the basic way you play the game, right? But Assassin's Creed was only, and the Lord of the Rings was only modern legal, so you couldn't play them in standard. And so all this stuff happened while they were making the Spider-Man set, and they're like, oh shoot, epilogue boosters flopped. We were like, we're not doing those anymore. People did not like them. So they had to pivot mid-development probably 2 or 3 times, maybe, while making the Spider-Man set, because it was going to be like a smaller 100-card set, and the set had like no commons in it. So they had to add like 80-something cards, throw together 80-something cards for the set before it released. So they threw in a bunch of like spider people. I don't know if that was the original plan, but then they threw in like a bunch of like random stuff, like a subway car card, a pigeon, a bagel with cream cheese and stuff, which is fine. It's fine, but the Spider-Man set could have been so much better. It could have been like, here's a Spider-Man story told through the medium of Magic cards. Instead, we got, here's a bunch of random spider people. You got the T-Rex Spider-Man, you got the Cat Spider-Man, Spider-Ham, Anti-Venom, Carnage. Those are, and like they could have focused on Spider-Man and probably Miles and Gwen as cards, but mostly Spider-Man fighting like the Sinister Six, Green Goblin or something, or Doc Ock. But we just got kind of a mishmash of spider people and random stuff. So that's just not very good. And so Magic has an online client like Yu-Gi-Oh does, where you can play Magic online on an app, or you know, um, but Wizards was unable to acquire the digital rights to for Spider-Man to put the Spider-Man cards in their digital client. So instead, they had to make in-universe versions of every card in the Spider-Man set for Magic Arena. So there's two different versions of every card in the Spider-Man set, and there probably will be for the Marvel's superhero set too, which is really sad. But Disney probably didn't want, because they have Marvel Snap, right? So they're probably like, well, we don't want that to compete with Marvel Snap. That's the assumption. It could be anything really. Maybe Hasbro didn't want to pay it. Maybe it was super expensive. I don't know. It's just kind of sad. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen with the Star Trek set and the Avatar set and the Ninja Turtle set. The Avatar set comes out next month or this month. I don't actually know. Um, I don't know. So hoping that they have learned from some of the mistakes they made with Spider-Man and give us like a plot or something in the TMNT set. If not, it's fine. It makes more sense to throw in a bunch of TMNT characters and villains and things than just giving us like 60 spider people that all have Spider-Man in their card text as their name. So you're going to have to be very... It's going to be annoying. Anyway. Yeah. And people wonder why... If you're curious why Magic is suddenly doing all these crossovers and things, it's because it makes them money. Final Fantasy was the best selling is the best so far is the best selling Magic set ever. Before that, it was Lord of the Rings, and then behind that was Modern Horizons 3, which they release every couple of years. They release a new Modern Horizons set. It's because they're doing all these crossovers and stuff. One, because it makes them a bunch of money, and two, Magic the Gathering is carrying Hasbro on its back financially. If you look at Hasbro's like earning reports, if Hasbro did not own Wizards of the Coast or Magic the Gathering or anything, they would be like losing so much money. They're only making money because of Magic the Gathering. So they're just going to keep doing stuff to make more money through Magic till they can't anymore. Which yeah. it's sad. Like Hasbro owns the Transformers, the My Little Pony, Furby, a bunch of stuff, and they're just not profitable. But like, kids aren't buying toys anymore. The kids have been priced out of the toy market in most cases for like the popular stuff. Besides like Hot Wheels and stuff, which I think are still like 97 cents or $1 or whatever they are now. I don't know if they've gone up in price, but Hot Wheels are hopefully will remain affordable toys into the future, but we'll see. But yeah, kids are just not buying toys anymore. They've been effectively priced out of the market because they don't make money. Because the people buying like action figures and things like that most of the time these days, and Lego, are older people. People who grew up as kids on these things, right? I don't know if they still do it though, but Beyblade X or whatever it's called, I bought some of that stuff last year. Beyblade X is actually Beyblades are really cool. I didn't have Beyblades growing up. I had Bakugan. And I have a bunch of the reboot of Bakugan, and then they did a Bakugan reboot last year, and I don't know if it. I don't think it's done very well. It's kind of like I think they only rebooted it because it'd been like 3 or 4 years since they rebooted it the first time in like 2020 or whatever, with the gimmick of that of the newest Bakugan wave being that some of them can spin. You put a little zip tie in them and you pull it a ripcord, and then they spin like a top or a Beyblade, and you put them in a little battle arena, and then they spin, and then they stop, and then they land on a magnet card, and then they pop open. Hi, Cookie. Mwah. I'm rambling about toys. You want some smooches? You got a Cookie. We're talking about magic, and then I got talking about kids can't afford toys anymore. They just can't buy them with their own allowance or anything. They're too expensive. But Beyblade X or whatever, it was like $8 for a Beyblade, which isn't too bad. That's probably more affordable than a Transformer toy or a Lego set. So there's some brands out there that aren't exorbitantly expensive, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, kids have been priced out of the toy market for a couple years now, and they just don't really want them as much. Kids from like 5-10 years ago, you know. Anyway, sorry. It's not a very. A bit that was ranted there. I apologize. That was very relaxing. Okay, we get your smooches, Cookie, and then if we don't get any other trigger requests or anything, we'll call it a night here and look for someone to raid. I think we raided Minari on Friday. I think. Oh, Violet's live. We can go say hi to Violet. It's been a very long time since we raided Violet. Did we raid Minari? Excuse me. Sorry. Goodness gracious. Yeah, we did. It does look like Wampus is live tonight, or at least not yet. Oh, Kay is live, but Kay usually ends around this time. Oh, Kaya Mood's live. Okay, we can go say hi to Kaya Mood. It's been a long time since we've rated her too. Oh, I was looking for new people as well, but then they ended stream before we could rate them. So maybe we'll look for someone new. Again, see if we can't find anyone. Anyway, let me get your smooches, Cookie. I apologize. Is there a type of smooch you would prefer? Would you like fast smooches, breathy smooches, slower smooches? If not, no worries. I just know some people do. Hi, Kool-Aid Man. Thank you for being here, sweetheart. How you doing?
Here's your smooches, Cookie.
very sleepy. I see. Well, I hope I don't keep you up or anything. I was ranting about toys being too expensive and kids being priced out of the toy market. I can do that, Chloe, man. We can do that and close the stream with that. We can do that. You don't have notifications on? Oh no. You don't need to turn notifications on, but I appreciate you having them on. They're always on for default, for always on by default for me when I follow someone. So I don't know. We will. We will. Just needed to get Cookie their smooches. There's your smooches, sweetheart. Hopefully those were alright for you, Cookie. Now, need to get you your redeem Chloe, man, and we'll find someone to raid. Let's see. We can look while we do that. Let's see. There's a bear. This person's a bear. This person's a bear. Okay, we'll go raid them. Hopefully they don't end before we can. Okay. Oh, I can get you your trigger request now, Clayman.
C O O L A I D M A N 0 1 1 C O O L A I D M A N 0 1 1 C O L A I
Sorry, I forgot where I was.
D M A N 0 1 1. Alright, one more time. C O O L A I D M A N 0 1 1.
Alright. There's your trigger request for Team Clayman. Hopefully that was right for you, sweetheart. Sorry if I felt like I was rushing. I gotta go to the bathroom. I need to end stream. Oh my goodness. Okay. Give me a second to sort my headphones and we'll get that right going. This person's a fellow bear, so we'll go say hi. I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say hi. Please be nice. Don't embarrass me, please. She's a fellow bear, so I can go say hi. But good night, guys. I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Sorry if I kept some of you up with my rambling about cards and things. But good night, guys. I'm going to get a snack and wind down for bed and hopefully figure out what's going on with my Windows 10 activation thing. But please be nice. Please give them a follow. They seem sweet. Good night, guys. I love you all very much. Please take care of yourself. Brush your teeth. Drink your water. Drink some water. Eat some food if you haven't yet. Not in that order. Eat some food and drink some water. Then brush your teeth. Put them on cozy pajamas. Stay warm. Stay cool. Whatever you need. Stay safe. And I love you all very much. I will see you tomorrow for some Baldur's Gate 3. If the game doesn't need another 13 gigabyte update, and I don't realize until right before stream. But good night, guys. Love you all very much. Take care of yourselves. And this Saturday is Streets of Rage, I'm pretty sure. But good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Good night. Bye bye.